Let's talk about Andrew Tate, the self-proclaimed top G, four-time kickboxing champion, internet influencer, and global lightning rod of controversy. Some some young men, they say that he saved their lives. Others say he's a danger to women and boys. And society can't decide if he's a mentor, a menace, or just a master marketer. Let's be fair. Andrew Tate didn't get famous because young men are evil. He got famous because young men are lost. No father figure at home, schools feminized and cautious, jobs disappearing, masculinity treated like a public health crisis. You know, Andrew Tate gives young men something they haven't had in a long time: certainty, structure. Wake up early, make money, don't complain, don't be weak. Simple, sharp, loud. And in a chaotic culture, simple feels like salvation. Okay? Andrew Tate sells dominance as masculinity. He sells aggression as confidence. He sells control over women as proof of manhood. But that's not power. That's insecurity dressed in designer sunglasses. If your strength depends on someone else being beneath you, it's not strength. Real men don't require control. They require character. Here's the problem. Millions of young men are mistaking Tate's confidence for their confidence. They think repeating his lines make them bold. Quoting him makes them strong. Talking like him makes them powerful. But that's not masculinity. That's mimicry. Because the moment life hits hard, the moment a relationship requires vulnerability, the moment a job requires humility, the moment a child needs gentleness, this cartoon version of manhood collapses. You can't fight real battles with imaginary muscles. Tate's audience treats him like a prophet without a pulpit. He offers commandments, punishments, salvation, a promised land of wealth and women. He's a bishop of bravado. Men don't follow Tate because he's wise. They follow him because he's loud in a world where they feel silent. They follow him because he speaks with certainty in a world that whispers in confusion. He gives them the illusion of direction without the discipline of introspection. Andrew Tate teaches a theology of dominance. If you're not winning, you're worthless. If you're kind, you're weak. If a woman disagrees, she's replaceable. If life breaks you, you must hide the cracks. Masculinity that cannot make room for vulnerability, that's masculinity doomed to arrogance, isolation, and collapse. The man who cannot bend will eventually break. You cannot build a strong man by teaching him to be afraid of softness. Here's the truth, the part Tate never teaches. Real masculinity doesn't need domination. It doesn't need misogyny. It doesn't need theatrics. Real masculinity requires responsibility, integrity, courage, emotional intelligence, the strength to apologize, the wisdom to listen, the humility to learn. If a philosophy makes you feel powerful at the cost of someone else's dignity, that philosophy is not strength. It's addiction. Real men don't need to stand over women. Real men stand beside them. So, Andrew Tate is not the devil. He's a symptom of a society that hasn't given young men a place to become whole. But you deserve more than borrowed confidence. You deserve more than a brand of masculinity designed to keep you angry. Let us be true to ourselves, and the universe will be true to us. If you want help becoming the strongest, most centered version of yourself, not the loudest, not the angriest, but the most authentic, reach out at marriagetransformer.com. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone who thinks aggression is strength.